heard that witch. Wench.
Whoa!
What I tell you?
Sexual assault. Regular battery.
She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Hello again, and welcome back to the further adventures of one Henry of Skalitz. My friends, if you're here, then you've come once again to level up your English. So let's get to it. You'll be harder to spot at a distance at night. That is to say, in the darkness, it will be more difficult for your enemies to see you, just like real life. Literally, Batman. It sounds like Sir Hans and the old woman are getting into it. Wow. Look at this game. Gorgeous.
Basically, my father... Look who's finally up!
It's me.
Henry!
That's
Come
me.
and join us!
Oh? What are we eating? What's brekkie? What is for breakfast?
Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time?
He
What
should.
in God's name happened the first two times?
Now,
Kingdom
Henry,
Come,
don't make her
Deliverance
bet.
1.
Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Oh no. Time to remember. To cut a long story short,
Once, when we were out hunting, Hans was taken captive by humans. But with a bit of luck, I managed to rescue him.
Humans?
mercenaries from Hungary.
They come from somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive. I rescued him.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as
What does
I
that mean?
recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Literally.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But
The old lady
you
looked at
paid
his
off
butt.
part of your debt the other day, sir.
Thanks, old woman.
I'll never forget you for dragging me all the way here from the lake.
You're quite welcome. The Lords of Lipa do not leave their friends in the lurch.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things, but I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I
Zheleov.
think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Bozhena
But I
is
do.
the best.
Once we've settled our business, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry
Goodness.
for coming late, Ma. I got held up
That
in
was a
trust
lot
events.
of talking.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
A lot of
No,
medieval
I was going
input for
past
you.
and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then he shouldn't sell
These
so
two,
dear.
what
He charges
legends.
nearly twice as much as we do.
Nursing a couple of blackguards like me and Sir Hans back from the dead.
Next time I'll come straight home.
Oh goodness, I can brew potions, that's right.
I'll put them in their place.
I took a hit to the head, I forgot everything.
Maybe it's to think what
Wow.
they do with you.
They'd never catch me.
I can't get over
Now
how
I can
gorgeous
take
this
down a
game
hare on the
looks.
run, and a man's an easier target.
The first one looked great, but
You've got a steady
this is
hand and
really
an eye like a
taking
hawk.
it to a new
Not
level.
like me. But you know,
Mwah.
the less
Gorgeous.
going on around here,
Simply
the better.
gorgeous.
And if anything does happen,
Now,
we've got
where are those savior schnapps?
Paula, and
It's a
he won't
controversial
leave you
way that this game saves. With savior schnapps, with a drink. A drink that you can run out of easily. How many savior schnapps do we have? Looks like just one, but the recipe. You learned the recipe for savior schnapps. Let's have a look here. Wine, nettle, belladonna. Nettle seems common enough. Belladonna, that's an herb I don't know. Do you know nettles? Do you guys have nettles where you're at? They hurt real bad if they touch your skin. I do not like nettles. It's a good thing Henry has gloves to pick said nettles. Let's see, could I make some savior schnapps at this moment? Do I have the materials? No, I have chamomile and sage. And I have my good buddy Sir Hans Capon.
There's no end of work to do.
Where to, Hans? Where to? The The main quest. Talk to Capon about leaving for Trotsky.
Really need to eat something.
I do? Oh, I thought I did. Apple. Apples are
God
good for
bless.
you.
God be with you.
God be with you, ladies. You brought us back from the dead. That was mighty nice of you. Henry's a good Christian lad. He'll repay you one day. Now, what can we snack
Apologize.
on? Oh my gosh, she nudged me. I think perhaps that wasn't an accident. I see the way she's looking at me. A pretzel. Let us nosh upon the pretzel. Let us eat the pretzel. 33 nourishment. Oh no, Henry. You gotta do some eating, my friend. Wow. 3 apples and Henry's still feeling starved. Alright, we're getting there. More than half, anyway. Goodness gracious. Drinking water. I don't see a meter for water. I see a meter for nourishment, but not water. Yet, I have water. Not sure what that's for. Does this old woman have some stew? Some soup, perhaps? I'm feeling soupish. Ah, delicious. The soup made by a skilled old woman healer. How delicious. Nourishment up to 72. What if I take seconds? After you, old woman, herb woman Bojana. Henry is polite. You gotta be polite when an old woman saves your life. How are we doing? How is our nourishment? 86. That'll do. That'll do for now. Hans, where we going?
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
Agreed. Agreed, my friend. But what about the rest of our company?
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Rattay, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I'd known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
I'm not convinced that Hans was that sad about that. I am not convinced. Ah, but
What
my
about
dog
Mutt?
is there.
He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
You like
saved
my
my
dog,
skin.
I love my
So did
dog.
I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I saw him.
I tell you, I saw him there.
I seen the man.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him. the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes, we'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good. You never know when you might need it around here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Silver coins for Henry, because Henry's a good boy. I like her outfit. It looks like it would be good in the rain. It looks like it keeps her dry. What do you call that? That bundle on the stick. Henry has a stick over his shoulder. And wait a minute. Are these the opening credits? I thought we already did the opening credits. Oh my gosh. Opening credit fake out. God, I can't get over it. I can't get over how gorgeous it is. Oh, musical moment. Environment artist. So that guy did all this. And she did those two. And I don't know what tech ops are. But I do know that this is a cinematic. Gorgeous. Castle on a hill. Can we go? Can we go to the castle on the hill? Or do I have to be friends with cows and chickens? And kindly old women with cool outfits. It is so gorgeous. Speaking of gorgeous. I see what you're saying, Sir Hans. Flower crown. Oh. Barking dog. Wow. How gorgeous can a game be? Okay, I'm impressed. That was quite impressive. Back to our heroes.
I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies.
I do.
You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
What, so we can cover you with leeches?
I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed. And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
Do you hear the crows? I have always wanted to make friends with a crow. And one day, I will.
Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanash of Lipa.
Does nobody live in this town? Oh, somebody comes. a man with a silly hat. And a bucket of shit.
Fucking shit!
A bucket of fucking shit.
You fucking cunts! You know who I am!
Parental advisory.
We fucking don't!
If you're a child, cover your ears.
I am Sir Hans Capon
These are advanced words.
of Perkstein, heir to Ratai.
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about?
Now that is a nice hat.
Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, envoy.
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
That guy sounds just like the big bad guy from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. That Disney movie? Count Frollo.
Wait, one moment.
Sounds just like him. Sounds exactly the same.
What
Did you know that?
the fuck was that?
Advanced words.
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Take a bath. There you go. Take a bath. Always a good start in this game. It matters a lot what you look like.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
Hey.
Who stinks like a badger?
I like this lady.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Who
Unless
doesn't?
you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
How sarcastic.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
Tough times for Henry and Sir Hans.
You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Advanced vocabulary.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle.
People, be careful
React without
with advanced
thinking.
vocabulary.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit.
Advanced. Well, first we have to wash, change. We have to stop being covered in blood and shit. That will help us in this world.
Well, the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
We definitely need to get that letter, though.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
A laughing stock? We were outnumbered by a gang of bandits.
Yes, and how come they got away with it? Because we camped at that fucking pond. We've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
We gotta get the message. We gotta find the message.
We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas.
Oh, now
Instead
you're
of sitting here
sentimental.
with us, having a chat and a laugh. They're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
That's heavy. That's pretty heavy, Sir Hans. Well, let's bury him then.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenes. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna
About bloody
juvat.
time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's
It's
meat in
porridge.
that. And
Oh,
there's more than you gave me coin
porridge with
for.
meat.
When you're finished, report for work.
So Hans needs to work on his people skills.
Cheers.
Here comes a people now. Good grief.
What is it?
Look at that
In the pond.
jug.
Of the one you gave us away for?
Whoa!
I tell you,
Sexual assault. Regular battery.
she can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
This is a difficult moment for the kid.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture of her.
I'll
I ain't
say.
seen you here
It's
before.
2 pictures.
Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm
Is she one of the...
Catherine, and I've got
Oh.
the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another
Goodness.
matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Hey, it's me. The guy who died here.
You're the one from that pond.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
I'm literally a stinky homeless man. Where's the trough? Where's my shower? Aha!
Poor Captain
Whoa, that's jumping. That would be jumping. Let's have ourselves a little bath. Heyo. I'm clean. Tell me something.
Aha!
Catherine,
So that's why they sent you
talk
for
to
the
me.
wine. Wait a
This is
moment.
literally how it always is with girls. With me and women. This is nothing new to me.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember.
You were a damsel in
Hold on, Are
distress.
you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
That's a different guy.
We saw each other by that pond.
You were naked, I was mostly
I haven't
naked.
been at any pond.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
Could it be that I was somehow distracted by this woman?
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
Ah, come on. Damn.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
I find this woman a little bit distracting.
Can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samine's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
Come on, Henry. Rule number 1.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
I can think of a couple things. All right, Henry, what is our move?
Why you standing here like a pillar of salt?
Biblical
ready?
reference. Ready for what?
What for?
To get to work.
Oh,
you
right.
there ordered a lot more than you paid for. So you work your debt off, like I said.
All right.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
A jiffy. That's a bit of a slang word. You only hear it. You can do it in a jiffy. Not much time.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where you
I have a
from,
working
if you don't
class
mind me
background.
asking?
Me, I'm Skalitz.
Skalitz.
Never heard of it. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life.
The
But
back
I know
off,
this
huh?
place inside and out.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samine is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets itched to a bathhouse wench.
What's wrong with a bathhouse wench? Who doesn't love a bathhouse wench?
Who is this Samine?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samine. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samine is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out
Very
more,
subtle,
there's
Henry.
a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them socks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. And what can I get for you?
Wow. That was a lore-heavy episode, wasn't it? Tune in next week when we move some sacks for another old woman. Henry, he keeps doing favors for old women. Until then, we'll see you